Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. All right, question for you. Have you ever had big plans for the weekend, uh, errands to run, chores to do, even had some fun stuff planned, and you ended up getting nothing done? You basically just ended up on the couch watching Netflix and feeling miserable with yourself because now you're disappointed, and instead of you could have felt accomplished if you got all your stuff done. But you ended up not getting any of it done. So have you ever been there? I know I have. So don't lie to me. I've been there, and I probably been there more times than I like to admit. All right. But I now know that there is ways to avoid that. And it's an energy thing, and it's all within us. We have the energy available to us. We just need to support our bodies to be able to utilize it. And there's things to do. I have three ways that I teach, three things that I teach in my program to be able to do this. All right. And I'm going to share it with you right now. Number one is you have to dial in your nutrition. That's the first and foremost. You have to focus on getting most of your nutrition from whole foods, foods as close to its original shape as possible to get the best nutritional value out of that food. Second, or you also want to balance your macros. You want to make sure you get enough protein. I always recommend, like a general recommendation I have is 1 gram of protein per pound of ideal body weight. Because protein is going to fill you up, protein is going to last you. And you also want to combine it with plenty of fiber, and you also want to get your healthy fats. That's also going to help you have sustained energy throughout the day, and you're not going to be dipping with your glucose to make you spike and get hunger cravings and that kind of thing. So that's number one. Nutrition is the big one. That's the foundation. And then number two, you want to include some intermittent fasting. And don't be all scared about intermittent fasting. Let me talk about it a little bit, because number one, our body's meant to clean out our gut in between meals. There is something called the migrating motor complex, and it's the cleaning waves inside your gut that cleans out between meals, and it needs to do its job. Because if you never get that clean out, like I used to be, I called myself a grazer. I would eat all day long, snacking away, and I never had a chance to clean my gut out. So what that can cause is an overgrowth of bacteria in your small intestine. Your small intestine is not supposed to have a lot of bacteria. It's the large intestine, yes, but not the small intestine. That's supposed to be cleaned out in between meals. So a little bit of fasting will help your body do what it's supposed to do and clean out the small intestine. Also, in your gut is where your immune system, the majority of your immune system is. So if you're someone who struggles with getting colds a lot, that could be the issue. Maybe you have a slight immune or your gut health issue that you need to clean up. All right. Next thing is you want to be able to dip into a little bit of ketosis. First of all, ketosis are good for especially two things. Number one, ketones are good for you switching back and forth from you have the sugar burner and you have the fat burner. The glucose is your sugar burner, that's a preferred fuel, and you have the ketones, which is the fat burner, as your backup. But we have both for a reason, and being able to switch back and forth and being efficient at switching back and forth that means you're cleaning up that process, that system that's in place to get your nutrients and your hormones and everything that needs to come into your cells. It gets in there. You can actually use it. Think about insulin resistance, for example. Insulin's supposed to grab the glucose and bring it into the cell, but your cell, you're insulin resistant. It can't bring it into the cell. And so that's why switching back and forth, make you metabolically efficient, will help that process. It's the easiest, best way of reversing prediabetes. I've seen that in my clients. So that's the one really great benefit of dipping into a little bit of ketosis. And then the second benefit is if you you get a little ketones for your brain. Your brain actually prefers ketones for fuel. So helping that mental clarity, it's tremendous. All right. So on to the third part of this. The third part is you want to combine your fasting and your feasting with your hormones. Because as women, our hormones fluctuate all month long. And if we are doing what one type hormone needs at the wrong time, it's going to hinder us. Like if you are the times of the month when your estrogen is high, estrogen loves ketones. Estrogen loves when you push yourself. Excuse me. Progesterone, on the other hand, wants glucose. And it wants you to take it easy and stress less. Excuse me. Something's tickling there. All right. So you want to pair it, because getting this right will set you up for so much better as you get into your monthly cycle. If you're struggling with PMS symptoms, treating the hormones the way they want to be treated is going to set you up tremendously for your period and avoiding some of those symptoms. All right. So that's the 3 steps. And this is what I teach in my program. If any of this resonates with you, please let me know in the comments or send me a message. I would love to hear from you. And yeah, just let me know. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.